What is the future of spas as a symbol of status? That was the final question put to me by the folks at Spa Executive recently, and it was on the back of seeing something that I'd spoken about previously about the future of status symbols. And at the time, I wasn't even really talking about spa and wellness, but to frame it in this context, the question put to me was, does spa and wellness need to be inexorably linked to status? And the short answer, of course, is no, it doesn't. And in fact, if we start moving towards servicing needs as opposed to wants, then I think by the very process of doing that, we'll stop talking about spas as a thing of luxury and a thing of status because we're focused on needs now. And it's interesting when you look at the number of people inside this industry that speak about democratizing wellness, democratizing spa and wellness, making it available and accessible to all, rich or poor. Great idea, don't get me wrong, I'm all in favor of the mission. The problem is, the very business model of spas is kind of working against that. Because our main source of revenue in spas, of course, is coming from our therapists. They're the main generation of revenue for us, and they have a finite number of hours. So from a purely commercial point of view, you want your therapists earning and generating more money per hour, not less. And that kind of goes against this idea of making it accessible to all people, rich or poor, at any price. I think where it's going to get interesting, though, is as we move towards a talk about wellness, and we start thinking about democratizing wellness compared to, say, democratizing healthcare. I think most would accept that probably most countries have failed to really deliver a democratized healthcare system, at least one that is sustainable in the long term. Now, where it's going to get different, I think, with wellness is that the healthcare system is all about treating the illness, whereas the wellness focus is all about preventing the illness. And so if we can actually prevent the illness in the first place, then theoretically we should be able to reduce the amount of costs associated with that illness. And so therefore, I actually think the democratization of wellness is something that has a real shot. I think we just need to think about our business models of how we're going to deliver that in the future and learn the lessons from why it doesn't work in, say, a spa model and maybe what's failed, say, with the healthcare models. So that is it. That's the wrap up of my chat with the folks at Spa Executive. Thanks to Elizabeth Bromstein for reaching out to me and asking the questions and taking the time to listen. And thank you for tuning in, obviously, to this little series. I am now going to go away, get the bag and pack up because I am off to Japan tomorrow for a week to look at a few new projects over there. So, as always, I do thank you for your time. As always, I will be back again tomorrow. And as always, see ya.